Single phase motors part 10 video. We are going to see the AC series motor today. See, in this picture you are seeing different types of deers, but we know they are different. Maybe the species it is belonging to one only. It is having lot of differences. Similarly, we are going to see motors. DC series motor, we will be seeing the circuit diagram like this. We know a DC supply has to be given for the DC motor, and it is having a field and an armature in series. And for universal motor, what happens? It is having same, the coils are available and the rotor is available, and the circuits looks very similar. For universal motor, the only difference is it is both AC and DC supply. Now DC series DC supply, universal motor AC, not sorry, AC or DC supply, both the supplies. Now the AC series motor, it is looking also the same circuit with the fields and the armature in series, but the difference is it is getting supply from AC source. So we are going to tell about AC series motor, but we can understand that DC series motor, AC series motor and universal motor are having almost similar circuit diagrams. Then what is the difference? That is, the difference is DC series motor will be suited only for DC and AC series motor only for AC, and if you want both AC and DC you can go for universal motor. So there are some difference in design so that these can be taken care. So let us say what will happen if AC series motor AC supply is to be given, and if in DC series motor if you are giving AC supply, what will happen? Let us see. What is that? In DC series motor we are going to give supply of AC. It will be giving a poor performance and the torque will be pulsating. We know that to drive the load correctly we request or require uniform torque, then it will be smoothly running, and because of the pulsating torque the load may get jerking also. So the poor performance will be there if you are giving AC to a DC series motor and the torque will be pulsating. Also the supply is AC, which creates eddy current loss. In DC series motor also, inside the armature we know that the supply is AC, but the magnetic poles will be getting DC only. So the eddy current loss was in armatures mainly in DC series motor, but if you are giving AC, the eddy current loss will be very high because eddy current loss will be there in every metal part, because in DC it is only in armature, but for if you are giving the AC supply itself to DC series motor, it will be excessively heated. Extreme heat will be there because of the eddy current loss, and also there will be heavy sparking. We know the problems of armature reaction and commutation. The DC series motors are suitably designed for DC supply, but if it is AC, it will be increasing the problem of sparking at brushes. That is not the end. If you are using DC series motor with AC supply, we know that the power factor is not an issue for DC motor, but the power factor will be low for a DC motor when AC is given, because it is having high inductive windings. Whenever inductive windings are there, it will be having very low power factor. When power factor is low, it will take more current. Now what are the modifications required if we want to run as a AC series motor? So we can understand that we cannot run a DC series motor with AC supply. Now we want a AC series motor. What are the items to be done? There should not be eddy current loss, so that we are doing lamination the entire structure. Maybe the stator and rotor, everywhere we will be laminating the structure. Okay, and the second problem was with the power factor because of the higher inductive reactance. Now we will be reducing the number of turns of the field coil. The field coil number of turns will be reduced to improve the power factor, and also to reduce the or to improve the power factor we have to reduce the air gap. What is air gap flux? The stator and rotor is having a small gap of air gap. There will be flux and that decides the power factor. We should be reducing the air gap flux to improve the power factor. Now what happens? If the air gap is reduced, speed increases. Okay, if the flux is less, more speed will be there, and the torque, but the torque, what happens, the torque will be reduced or decreasing. Now the question is to increase the torque. How will be increasing the torque? Armature turns will be increasing. Field turns were decreased and armature turns now will be increased. Now if the armature turns are increased, it will be having higher MMF, and to reduce the MM effect, what is armature effect? You know, armature reaction, it is the effect of armature MMF on the main field. So there should be some compensating winding in the in series to the armature. Then only what happens, the effectively the armature reaction will be compensated. So you can see here a field winding is there and a compensating winding is available in series to the armature. And as you are knowing, compensating winding will be in series to armature, but it will be taking current in opposite direction. So as the flux will be opposed. This is the one type of compensating winding which is directly connected to the armature, that is known as conductively compensative, because it is conducting the current directly. In the right side picture you will be able to see a separate winding which is having no physical connection to the armature, and as a transformer it is working, and that will be known as inductively compensated. That means it is then like a transformer, inductively there will be some EMF induced, and that will be compensating the armature MM effect to reduce the armature reaction. So the field winding is available, the armature winding is available, the compensating winding is also available, but now we'll be doing something else. It is known as compole winding. So there may be bad commutation and heavy sparking, because it is having a lesser reactance. The reactance of armature and compensating windings are cancelled each other almost mainly, and the field winding already reduced the number of turns, and to compensate the total inductive effect should be being a interpole or compole in series to the armature. And again the compole also will be having a current opposite to that of armature current to reduce the flux effect. So this is the compole winding, and almost this is the final circuit of AC series motor. So from this item we will be able to know we cannot run a DC series motor as an AC series motor. For DC it is only DC series motor, for AC it is only AC series motor. If we want to use both, then we will be going for which one? Universal motor. Okay. So this is about AC series motor and its construction, operation and requirements. Now the applications are, it will be used for drilling machine, hair dryers, table fans and kitchen appliances, and such comparatively lesser power applications will be used by AC series motor.